My inaugural address to a mixed audience consisting of 5,000 students and their family members was on the topic Science Empowers the Nation. So, there were opportunities for 2,000 of them, but there are more than 2,000. 5,000 students were there with their family members attending this program. And the topic was Science Empowers the Nation, how science can help the growth of the nation. If some students get inspiration from this, then they can really contribute to the development of the nation. They can really empower the nation and their families also. After my address, hundreds of hands were raised for asking questions. So after his speech, there was a question answer session, and many of the students wants to ask the question, but it's not possible because there is a large number of people there listening to the speech. And due to the limited availability of time, I selected 12 students at random from the last row to the first. So because of the scarcity of time, he could not select all those students. Instead, he gave a chance for 12 students, selecting one student from one row each. I would like to share with you one question of great concern which was asked by a student. So there were many different questions asked by the students, and among these questions he would like to share with us one question which is a special typical question for APJ Abdul Kalam. Now let's see what was that question and how important that question is. The question was from a teenager who had come from a faraway village. He was nervous and a typical representative of the youth of India. So, according to APJ, the problem with the youth is that they do not know the real ability, talent, and potentials of them. They always have a kind of fear which is a product of the attitude of some parents and also some teachers who really wants to compare them with others. He was nervous and typical representative of youth of India. The boy began speaking. So, how did the boy start speaking? He says, "Sir, I don't know what I should ask. I am nervous. I have not asked any questions in my class. I need to have confidence, but I have not gained any confidence through my education during all these years. I am afraid to talk to my teachers. I am afraid to talk to my friends. Whenever I talk, I compare myself with other students and their elegant dress. Please tell me. I want to become a marine engineer. I want to travel in a ship. I want to be the captain of the ship. I want to build the engine of the ship. Shall I be able to do all this, sir?" So, this was the question asked by the student. He was very nervous. He has got the fire within him, but not confident enough to ask the help of others. He starts like this: "Sir, I am really afraid. I am nervous because I did not have that confidence. I did not get any confidence from my education. And I am afraid to ask questions to teachers, to others, etc. And I am worried." And he has got a kind of he has got a kind of inferiority complex that he got from the other friends, his parents, and teachers, because he was afraid to ask any questions to the teachers. He did not get any confidence from his education. And APJ says that this is the problem of many of the youngsters. They have to be confident. They have to know the potential within themselves. Without knowing the fact that they have got the wings, they are just crawling on their legs and hands. And the boy also expressed his ambition and his doubt. Why he has got a doubt in his mind? Because he was not confident. He asked him, he wants to become a marine engineer and he wants to be the captain of a ship, and he expressed his doubt if he could become that, and he lacks that confidence to pursue his dream to become a marine engineer. And Abdul Kalam says that this is the problem with the youngsters. Most of them suffer from this lack of confidence. You have to understand that the mind of a young man, the mind of a teenager, the mind of a youngster is the most powerful resource in the world. He can use his wings and start flying. You have to fly and reach your goal with confidence. When the boy completed the question, the entire audience and the dignitaries on the dais, including the chief minister, were looking at me, wondering what Kalam was going to say to the sincere question of a young village boy. So everyone, all the important people, the respected members who were sitting there on the dais were looking at Abdul Kalam and see what answer he was going to give for this question by the village boy. I thought of it, and breaking the silence, I said, "My dear friend, you have put the most difficult question among the many questions that I have received from millions and millions of students whom I have met. I value your question. I know you are echoing the fear of many. Let me recite a beautiful ancient poem named I Will Fly." So two things he said. Firstly, this is a very difficult question. Secondly, this is a valuable question. In fact, this boy is a representative of most of the youngsters of India. The same kind of fear is there in the mind of many youngsters, and in order to encourage them or to get rid of this fear, he recites a very old poem which goes like this: I am born with potential. I am born with goodness and trust. I am born with ideas and dreams. I am born with greatness. I am born with confidence. I am born with wings, so I am not meant for crawling. I have wings. I will fly and fly. So, what a positive note. The poem here that he recites for the students is that every student should by heart these lines. I am born with great abilities. I am born with confidence. I am born with wings. I have to use these wings and fly. After reciting this poem, he continues, young friends, let me discuss with you how you can be unique. That's a very important poem. You have to be unique, not someone who is imitating others. You have to find out your style, your way of doing things. You have to be unique, different from others. You can be unique. I have so far met 15 million youth in a decade's time. I learned every youth wants to be unique. That is you. But the world around you is doing its best day and night to make you just everybody else. So the youth wants to be uh, themselves. The youths want to be uh, unique, but the society and the world around him will never allow him to do this. So there is a constant clash or fight going on between the individual and the society or the surroundings. The society and the world wants you to be like other people, but you have to be unique. The world around you is doing the best to make you someone else. But it is your duty to fight against this and try to be different. Try to be what you are, not like anybody else. You are you, not someone else. In your home, dear young fellows, you are asked by your parents to be like the neighbor's children. So, in many families, they always compare the children with other children. Please don't do that, because each child is different. Their abilities and talents are different. We have to help them to be what they are. What they are. Unique. The parents want their children to be like other children who are studying very well, who are performing very well. So when you compare your children with others, that will create this inferiority complex, the fear in the mind of the children. And some teachers also they compare the children, the students, and say that you have to be like this student, and which is not a good thing. In your home, dear young fellows, you are asked by your parents to be like the neighbor's children for scoring good marks. When you go to school, your teacher says, why don't you become like the first 5 rankers in the class? So from the side of the parents, they are getting a kind of negative attitude, and from the side of the teachers, from some teachers also tells them, you have to be like these students who performs very well in the examination. So they want you to imitate someone. That is not the right way. According to Abdul Kalam, wherever you go, people say you have to be somebody else or everybody else. Wherever you go, people want you to be somebody else or everybody else. Now, dear young friends, how many of you would like to be unique yourself? But he wants the students to be unique, what they really are. And everyone is talented. Everybody has got that talent. You have to develop that talent in your own way. Try to be different from others. Try to be unique. But this is not an excuse to be lazy. You have to develop that inbuilt talent in you. The challenge, my dear young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine. Never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. So, he concludes his speech by saying that there is a destination, there is a goal, there is a dream for you, and you have to fight sometimes against the society who wants you to be someone else. But if you have a strong desire to be unique, you can fulfill that dream if you are ready to work hard. And according to APJ Abdul Kalam, this uniqueness is very important. You have to reach at that unique you. That is your dream. You have to fulfill, work hard to achieve your dream. Don't take rest till you find that unique you.